Banner lineup for 6.4 and 6.5 is looking absolutely stacked. That's why we are here again. And this one is honestly huge, because now we finally have a clearer picture of what Hoyoverse is cooking for both 6.4 and 6.5. So, hello friends, and welcome back. It's me, your granny, and today we're going to break down everything, what's changed, everything that's been buffed, and everything you need to mentally prepare for before your Primogems completely disappear. Get your healthy snack, drink some water, sit comfortably, and let your granny do the talking. But before we actually start, a quick word for our sponsor. You can actually save up to 25% on latest banners through Lootbar. Personally, I lost my 50/50, and I just bought the 6,480 Genesis Crystals pack for $76 instead of $100. That's an instant $24 saved. Not only the discount, but the top-up process couldn't be easier. I entered my UID, selected my server, and within 2 minutes, the crystals arrived in my account. Plus, the double bonus for first-time purchases has been refreshed with the anniversary, so you can take advantage of that too. With over 100,000 satisfied users with 5-star rating, it's really my go-to choice for both personal top-ups. And here's a bonus. New users get an extra 10% discount, while returning users can save up to 5%. You can find the link in the description below or in pinned comments, so don't miss out. Now, let's start with the biggest confirmed thing first, because yes, Hoyoverse has now officially locked it in. The new character for 6.4 is none other than our man Varka. No more confusion. Varka is coming in 6.4, and after the latest V3 kit changes, he is looking absolutely insane in terms of his looks and VFX, but his damage numbers are still in a big debate. Well, as you already know, that Varka is a 5-star Anemo Claymore user. But don't get it twisted, this is not another support Anemo character. He is a full-on, on-field DPS, an element adaptive carry, and honestly, one of the most technical characters Hoyoverse has ever designed. His entire kit revolves around Stormward Charge, which basically turns him into a multi-element damage dealer, depending on who you bring in the team. Pyro, Hydro, Electro, Cryo, whatever elements your teammates have, Varka converts that into his own damage on top of Anemo. And the most important part, this damage cannot be overridden by other infusions, so no Bennett infusion problem. What you build is what you get, as simple as that. His normal attacks are already crazy because he dual wields claymores with a 5-hit combo, and once Stormward Charge is active, his multipliers shoot up hard. His charged attack becomes Azure Devour, which is stamina-free and designed to be spammed in his main damage window. This is where Varka starts feeling like a true hypercarry instead of a swap-in unit. Now, his elemental skill, Windbound Execution, is the core of everything. When you tap it, he deals AoE Anemo damage and enters Stormward Charge. In this mode, his normal and charged attacks get buffed. He unlocks 4 Winds Ascension as a special skill, and Azure Devour becomes available. He also cannot plunge in this mode, which clearly tells you that Hoyoverse wants you to stay grounded and aggressive. Holding the skill is more about positioning and jumping forward and hitting enemies, but the real value is always in the tap version. Stormward Charge is where the magic happens. While it's active, Varka's attacks deal Anemo plus the elements of your party members. This means team building matters more for him than almost any other DPS we've seen. If you mess up your team, his damage drops. If you build smart, his damage skyrockets. His special skill 4 Winds Ascension deals Anemo plus elemental damage, has an 11-second cooldown, and can be converted into Azure Devour uses. His elemental burst, North Wind Avatar, is a fast animation double/nuke. The first hit converts into Pyro, Hydro, Electro, or Cryo, depending on the team, and the second hit is always Anemo. It costs 60 energy, has a 15-second cooldown, and fits perfectly into his rotation without slowing him down. His passives are actually scary. For every 1,000 attack, he gains 10% Anemo and elemental damage bonus, capped at 25%. On top of that, his party bonus multipliers are wild. If you run 2 Anemo or 2 of the same element, you get a 140% damage multiplier. If you somehow meet both conditions, it jumps to 220%. That is not normal. Add swirl stacks that further boost his Storm Ward damage, and you're looking at a character with one of the highest ceilings in the game. Now, let's talk about the V3 buffs, because this is where Hoyoverse really went crazy. His follow-up skill damage got massively buffed, and his follow-up charged attack bonus damage also jumped hard. This directly buffs his Storm Ward charge combo loops, especially Azure Devour chains, which means his on-field DPS just went up across the board. His C6 also got buffed with crit DMG per stack, increasing from 15% to 20%. At max stacks, that's 80% crit damage. Yes, 80. His signature weapon also got streamlined. Faster stacking, higher per stack damage, better hexery synergy, no nerfs, only buffs. This officially locks Varka in as a true late-game hypercarry. His VFX and animations are much better now, but his damage numbers are still up for debate. Now, banner-wise, reruns in 6.4 are confirmed in beta, and they are Flynn's, Escafir, and Skirk. The order is unknown, but my instinct says Hoyoverse will put Varka and Flynn's together in Phase 1 for maximum hype and profit, and then Skirk and Escafir in Phase 2. Another possible combo is Varka with Skirk first, then Flynn's with Esco later. Either way, this patch is stacked with DPS characters, so if you lack any strong DPS, then this patch is for you. Well, that's all we have in 6.4. So before we talk about 6.5, we're doing 3 Welkin Moon giveaway for hitting 1,500 subscribers. I'm really thankful for your support. And guys, we will keep on growing together. So do participate by commenting down in videos and shorts along with your UID and server. Also, you must be subscribed and hype the video to increase your chances. I will release the results by 5th February. Now, let's move on to 6.5 because this is where things get mysterious and honestly really interesting. Version 6.5 introduces a brand new 5-star named Linnea. During the Luna 4 livestream, we finally got character silhouettes, and Linnea immediately stood out. She's from Nodcry and has been mentioned in Aino and in Nefa's voice lines, which already tells you she's important. Her element and weapon are still unknown, but players noticed a pink-haired character in earlier story scenes with a very similar silhouette, so there's speculation that they're the same person. Another theory floating around is that Linnea might be related to Sniggerutka, mainly because of elf-like ear features. Nothing's confirmed yet, but the lore connections are already there, and Hoyoverse doesn't casually drop names like this without a plan. Alongside Linnea, we are also expected to get a new 4-star named Gretel, and Gretel is actually very interesting because she's been name-dropped before. Amber mentions her during events, talking about the Knights of Favonius being reorganized and Jean assigning helpers. Amber specifically introduces Gretel as a talented trainee who will learn outrider skills under her guidance. Hoyoverse doesn't do this randomly. If a name is spoken, it usually means future playability. Her silhouette supports this too. Smaller than the standard teen model, slimmer than the child model, Mondstadt-style outfit, bow-like hair accessory that feels very Amber-coded. Everything points to Gretel being Amber's apprentice and a new generation outrider. She's widely expected to be a 4-star and likely to appear alongside Nicole in 6.5. And if that happens, this could also be our first real sign that Dornman Port is finally getting closer. Now, banner reruns in 6.5 are still speculation, but since 6.4 skipped an Archon rerun, 6.5 has high chances of featuring one. My personal bet is on Mavuika rerun. Why? Because she's still extremely hyped and part of the meta. A lot of players missed her, and Hoyoverse knows she will sell well again. Other possible reruns include Lauma or Nefer, since Nodcry reruns have already started. There's also a low chance of Citlali, but that depends heavily on how Hoyoverse wants to support Mavuika. So for 6.5, I will say Linnea, Mavuika, Citlali, and Lauma. What do you guys think? Well, that's all for today, guys. This was the full breakdown of the updated version 6.4 and 6.5 situation and banner lineups. Now, you guys tell me in the comments, who are you saving for now? Are you going all in on Varka, waiting for Linnea, or holding primos for future chaos? Do let me know below, as well as do participate in the giveaway. Thanks for watching. If this video was helpful, then do hit that like button and subscribe for more future updates. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!